Okay. So, welcome to our photo.
Yeah, slideshow.
Our photo slideshow of Morgan's time in the ICU.
We wanted to give descriptions for what's going on.
So this is the vehicle that Morgan was riding in. The next couple slides are different angles of this vehicle, and she was in the middle seat of this vehicle when they rolled. And when they rolled, she was ejected out of this truck and flew a significant distance. The next photo coming up here is what Morgan looked like once we got her up into ICU, and there's banks of medications in the back. Each one held something different that she needed. There's IVs. There's so many machines hooked up to her and so many tubes. And we would spend countless hours sitting there praying with her. You can see here she's intubated and port line. Her foot got beat up pretty bad here. Broke a toe, scratched up. You can't even tell where the ankle is. It's so swollen. Underneath her chest there by the white tab was where the seatbelt caused grief. Here was the road rash she had from being ejected and flying across the field, hitting a tree. More bruises. Lots more bruises. She was beat up pretty bad. You can see her arm up there. Lots of bruises on that, on her side, on her ribs. Here's the black and blue of her leg after they had fixed her leg.
It's the broken leg.
That's the broken leg. Yeah, here they had to put her leg into traction because she wasn't able to go into surgery right away, so they put it into traction just to keep it stabilized because her femur was shattered like a chicken bone. You can barely see the corner of it on her hip, but the surprise tattoo and the bandages are where the rod went in.
Oh, look at that break.
You can see here she shattered her femur there, and they said it was frayed like a chicken bone when you snap it. Yeah. On this leg, they also had to fix her ankle on that because her ankle was dislocated. So they had to cast her leg there. More tubes, wires. It was just everywhere. It was very
She's
scary.
not breathing on her own at this point. It's through the...
Yeah, she has a tube in. She's intubated.
Okay. This is still
She
pretty
was
early.
breathing on her own in the field, and my understanding is they intubated her to fly.
No.
And once she's intubated, they didn't want to take it out, but they were like BiPAPing her, so she was trying to breathe, and they were just adding extra oxygen. When they did the trach, here's that little mouthpiece that she would hold on to and dangle from her mouth.
Yep.
And when we try and grab it, so she had that for a while, but now we've got the trach in. This was the common sight. Somebody was always sitting by her bed, saying lots of prayers, hoping something would change. Her friends would come and visit, and they'd sit and spend time with her and tell her what they had been up to. And the machine on the left there was the cooling blanket machine that they ran out of water. My cousin would do really good at pampering Morgan. This was a dear friend of hers who came over every day after work and spent countless hours holding her hand and praying with us, praying by himself. More friends. It was pretty devastating, not just to our family, but to a whole network of people that loved her. They'd get her up in a chair there, and we'd have to prop her head up because she had zero head and neck strength. My parents and my grandma all doting over her. Everybody watching the monitors. Everything here is all different medications. My brother hanging out with her. We had countless visitors. Grandparents and great grandma again. It's just hard. And the cooling machine down in the corner again. My other brother. We spent a lot of time with family coming and checking on us and helping us when we needed it. This was one of my husband's friends. Their group did a little fundraiser for us and brought us a gift card and some money, and it was very helpful. Here we're fighting fevers, always trying to get them fevers down. We had a lot of brainstorming there. My nephew, like I said, it affected everyone, young and old. It's not supposed to happen in your family.
Right.
You know, these are things that happen to other people, not your family. My sister-in-law helping Morgan there. Morgan had some like crud coming out of her eyes. There was a constant battle to keep that stuff cleaned up. After they took the cast off, after fixing her ankle, she had this pressure wound on her heel. And that was quite a battle. So this was the first day that Morgan got to go outside because of that respiratory therapist who was so amazing to get her out. And then got her sunglasses so she could not have the bright light to deal with, but you can see that, you know, she can't support her head or anything. Lots of pillows in our world to keep her propped up. They'd reposition her every couple hours with pillows, and her hands were slowly starting to curl here. I wish I would have known
Right.
then what I know now. This was about a week after the cooling blanket burned her. Some of the leftover blisters. Here's her sister getting a little cuddle time with her. Cuddle time's always good. They had to do a scan of her brain to check some activity and see what was going on here. So she had this fun little cap that measured stuff. Every now and then I'd crawl in bed with her just to cuddle. But I hated that lost look on her face. That's her friend Micah. He was the other passenger in the car, the third passenger. So you can see he had some broken neck issues. There's her friend again that came over every night. He was Morgan's biggest cheerleader. You can tell here she's got some fever going on and flushed cheeks, very flushed. Those fevers were dangerous. Here she is on the stretcher getting ready to go to the airplane to fly to the rehab center. Took quite the team to get her there. And here she is in the plane, ready to go. You can stop.